Okay, join us on approach to Lisbon. Made a little bit mistake with pause at the top of descent, so that's why we're coming in at a bit of a weird approach. XEnviro 1.12. Quite a lot of fog about at altitude. Particularly sure I like that. No, so maybe my Lua scripts are having an impact. I forgot to disable them all when I put XEnviro back on. Not sure why we're not descending. I thought we had VNav on. Ah, interesting. Oops. Let's descend manually for now. Let's try and figure out what the hell's going on there. Get back on profile and then we'll sort it out from there. Navigraph's closed, that's real helpful. I need my Navigraph charts open. Yep. Yeah, approach. We're landing ILS 21, so we want 109.5. 109.5. Capped, yeah, 4,000, good. So 109.5. We just set up the approach and then we can talk a bit more about the new XEnviro, which I'm using, and the improvements from the last one. So set, and our decision height is going to be 200. So let's just finish setting this up, then we'll properly talk about XEnviro. Really need to reduce speed down. Just increasing that. Oops. Oh, that's annoying. I hate it when it does that. Yeah, so what we got with XEnviro is they've reduced the graininess of the clouds. You can still see artifacts against the sides of mountains and stuff that they've emitted is still there, but here, for example, you can see the graininess is a lot less noticeable. It's really good. Performance, about the same, so 4K is still unusable. I suspect this high degree of mist is either because of the meta or because of some Lua scripts I've got being a pain. And the other thing is at night time, see that it looks much better, doesn't it? There's not as anywhere near as noticeable artifacts of graininess. You now get the night lighting light up the clouds. You're not going to see that on this video, and you do notice the graininess when they do that. That you do. So there still are some shortcomings, but I do believe this is a step in the right direction. And if I just tone this misty fog down a bit, then yeah, we'll be getting somewhere. And yeah, the night lighting is in the distance a little bit too bright for my tastes. So there's not a lot I can do about that at the moment. But on the whole, it is an improvement over 1.10. Clouds look nicer as well. Not quite so popcorny. Still look a bit shaving foamy up close and stuff. So there's still work to be done on XEnviro, but this is definitely feels like a step in the right direction. Really does feel like a step in the right direction. I have to say, it's most impressive. And you still do lose some performance as you fly through the clouds. You know, as you look away from the clouds, as you can see, it gets a little bit smoother. We're back on 2K, so of course I can't use 4K with the clouds. Some of these performance issues I'm having in this flight may be because some of my active Lua scripts, as I say, I'm going to have to go back and turn some of those off. But yeah, on the whole, I'm pleased. Oh yeah, we need to turn cruise relief disabled. Whether we can expect in Lisbon. Oh, we beat him now, Jesus. Here. PPT. So Lisbon, you got 226 knots. It's overcast in Lisbon at the moment, 19 degrees. And with a meta of 1020. Let's dial that in. Back. So yeah, it's still a performance hit to a degree, but we have a look. You can see, you can just see how much better the clouds do. Look. Yeah, it's good. Pleased. And we see as we fly around to the sun. Yeah, gee, that foggy haze. There's not much I can do about that. Just go on the XEnviro settings a minute, just see what our options are. Settings. Clouds below lower clouds crossfade. Try from nice sky brightness. Compound total volumes. Yeah. Wait a minute. Did that kill it? Don't know, I can't really see what that does. Oh, I see. Yeah, this changes that. Okay, it doesn't seem to do much. Yeah, I reckon. Yeah. Okay. Okay, landing speeds we're going to need to look at. And 145, 50, and his speed. Put a bit of speed brake on now. Put the brake on. Seatbelts still on anyway. So we're slowly playing right down now. So yeah, these clouds look great. Thoroughly impressed. See they're building up. You can just see still a little bit of artifacts and fuzziness around the edges, but if you remember previous versions, it's so much more noticeable. Actually look pretty good now. There we go. I had a quick play around last night. Went to Lisbon and it's raining, and the way it looked in the rain from underneath the clouds did look really nice actually. Sometimes I think the only other critique can be the shadows can be a little bit dark, but whether that's because of my X-Vision and other shader add-ons I'm using, I'm going to disable those now. Go back, take a look at XEnviro, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, we can lose the speed brake now. We can arm it. There we go. So yeah, straighten approach. Wind's at 6 knots, that's not going to cause us any problems.
Clear for ILS approach, runway 21, 36, Quebec Charlie. Runway 1 Echo X-ray, continue present heading, contact the visual control 136.030. 156.030 on the heading Ryanair 1 X-ray.
Yeah, the frames do suffer, even at 2K the frames suffer, so yeah, performance is not usually great. And you can, yeah, here you can still see some quite bad artifacts. So yeah, I still say it's an improvement though. But there's still work to be done, evidently. Would I consider buying it? That's a tough one. I mean, previously on my previous review on XEnviro 1.10, when I said would I recommend buying it, I said no. And yeah, whilst they have, let's say 1.10 would be like a 9 out of 10 no, and this, let's say, is a 4 out of 10 no. If that makes sense. Do I think you should buy it? No, but not as much as I didn't think you should buy it previously. That's really going to help you make your mind up, isn't it? But judge for yourself. I don't know how this is going to scale down onto YouTube, but yeah. Performance issues. concentrate on landing.
FGL 86 Alpha, Lisbon approach 19, identified, beginning climb to flight level 240 via TSA.
We'll see what it looks like when we get down around and beneath the clouds as well.
Please go 1125, contact the Lisbon control 123.980. So that's 190, let's go on.
Approach, Portugal 86 Alpha, any speed restriction for us?
Tower 36 Alpha, fly now to ready, when crossing level 60, no ATC.
Time to ready, and when crossing 6000 feet, no feet, obrigado, Portugal 86 Alpha.
Ryanair 36 Quebec Charlie, for cover. Ryanair 36 Quebec Charlie, contact the Lisboa Tower, 118.105.
118.105, obrigado, Ryanair 36 Quebec Charlie.
FGL 113 Mike, reduce speed to 180 knots, when ready, fly to Orbx, clear direct approach for 821.
Speed to 180 knots, when ready, Orbx, let's approach to 1, so 110.
I don't know what's going on there for their three propel from out of 140 down to 100 with Mike and inbound time per hour.
Is it an NX uniformly to approach for 975, keep decline, flight level 240 via TSA.
Pop-up 240 via
In air 3 Papa Alpha, flight to Orbx, continue descent to flight level 70.
Down to 70 for their three propel. How about the speed?
You may maintain speed, flight to Orbx.
Okay, maintaining now 320 for their three propel.
Roger. X-ray uniform 30 mile left, Sheila.
Left director, leader,
Please hold on, 7 Charlie, crossing 2000 feet, climb 601 137. FTL 197 Charlie, Lisbon, approach for 975, climb to flight level 220 via TSA.
Yeah, simply have to disable some of the wire codes since it's causing a problem. Anyway, down underneath all that somewhere is Lisbon.
Bravo, notable name 464, descending level 100 to Renor.
Following gate 464, Lisbon approach for noise, radar contact descent to flight level 70, flight 2, Papa Tank 411.
Continue down level 70 to Papa Tango 411 in 464.
FGL 197 Charlie, turn right heading 325.
Right heading 325, call 197 Charlie.
In at 3 Papa Alpha, flight up, get continue descent to 4,000 feet, connection 020.
After that is good, cut down to 4,1020, we are starting to reduce altitude 30 for their three propel.
Visual approach, Roger. Down 113 Mike, contact Visual Tower 118, decimal 105.
Visual Tower 118, 105, let's go 110.
LA28, contact Lisbon control 132.305. 132.305, LA28, Emirates 194 heavy, 1 identified, continue climb to flight level 24, 0 by ATSH. FPL 187 Charlie, resume navigation direct Papa Rockies 611. Direct Papa Rockies 611 and call 679. 67 Charlie, correct.
Approach 318, airport code 671, descending flight level 100, 114 on.
Call 671, fly overcast, descent level 703250.
Direct MCAT, descent flight level 70250, airport code 671.
Phineas 3 Papa Alpha, clear direct approach runway 21.
Clear left approach, runway 21, partner at 3 Papa Alpha.
Rolling gate 464, continue descent to Fort Alpha 3, connection 020.
You're down 4000, begin H1020, in 846.
Emirates 194, flight to Lasky.
Flight to Lasky, at 194.
Okay, let's go flaps.
Emirates 194, flight 125. Rolling gate 464, flight to overcast, clear direct approach runway 21.
You're cutting the LS to 1.846.
Emirates 194, confirm final level requested within Lisbon FIR.
Within Lisbon FIR, we can climb a level, let's say, 320.
For that level, sir, the Lisbon FIR exit point shall be Lima Alpha Sierra.
1,000 to go.
Understood, Lima Alpha.
Have a look actually, sort of FPS we're getting.
Emirates 194, when ready, fly direct Lasky.
Yeah, so you're hovering around about 20 FPS. Which is not great, is it?
FPL 671, reach speed to 0 knots, continue descent to flight level 50.
Now you can see the graininess as we get close up. But it's certainly, as I say, not as bad as it was previously. It is an improvement. Cloud base is supposed to be in
136, Portugal, 86 Alpha. Receiving Lasky Emirates 104.
there we go, Stansted. Get it broken, get it 005. So yeah, it's quite low. Quite low cloud we've got to contend with. See the runway through the clouds there in the head of the section. Stansted 150. A bit early. Let's get gear down. Flaps. Flaps. A little bit earlier than I needed to. Brake arms. Flaps 30.
2,500.
Cloud base is quite low, isn't it? incredibly low cloud base actually. So make for an interesting landing, isn't it?
NSC Papa Alpha Contact Lisbon Tower 118.105.
Alpha Lisbon Tower 118.135 to net sleep Papa.
Charlie Banana
Jesus.
Rolling good 464, revised condition on 1021.
So I'm not sure that's good. We can see the pappies through the cloud like that. It's another mark down, if you like, for this weather add-on.
Charlie Banana Whiskey, clear valid approach runway 21.
Put the FPS back on, you see it's hovering around about 1750, and the FPS is not great at all.
794, contact legal control 125, decimal 5509. 12555.
But again, that might be because of some of my Lua files I've got running. Which I have to deactivate now.
It depends, man. What are your speed at this time? I'll eat the Banana Whiskey, my maintain that speed until flight level 60 outbound vector.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Burchell, 27 on there.
Yeah, so the clouds are a little bit too transparent, aren't they? The cloud base is really low. What the hell? This will make for an interesting landing. Let's ease the speed back. Yeah, you can see we're just dropping below the cloud base. Now this looks pretty cool, I must say. The runway lights aren't on, just a bit of a bind.
Heading 105, descent 4000 feet, heading 1021. 400. Calling gate 464, contact Lisbon Tower 118, decimal 105. 1184641.
Flight slow.
Way to the
200. Minimums.
Flight slow.
100.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
50.
Flight slow.
40. 30. 20. 10. Knots.
minute braking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very, very grey Lisbon. Bugger off. So we'll tidy up the flaps.
Whiskey, start reducing now the speed to cross Upcat 180 knots.
Standing reduce speed to cross Overcast 180 knots, Air Portugal 829 Luton.
FPL 671, contact to Lisbon Tower 118, decimal 105 on it. 118, decimal 105, obrigado, Air Portugal 671. Era Saras 126, turn right heading 135. Turn right 135, Ryanair 92 Echo Alpha, identified since departure, continue climb to flight level 240, turn left, fly direct post.
Yeah, still struggling around at 20 FPS. Overcast conditions.
Tango, Oscar, Sierra, Delta,
Anti-aliasing is terrible as well. Because of course I've not got it on 4K. So yeah, there's quite some pretty big concessions. So whether you feel happy living with those concessions or not. This is SATA-III. Anyway, we'll park up. File a PREP, have a look at the replay. There we go. So on stand, we're hitting about 19 FPS. We'll see if we can improve that. There's 30 FPS. It could be clouds and try to 14. Anyway, let's kill things off. Jesus, can we just turn the bloody plane engines off? Thank you. Stop recording. Submit. Okay. Flight. To replay mode. Okay, let's go over and take a back look at that landing. Pretty decent landing, I think, at the end. I was pleased to see the cloud base are pretty much where it is according to the meta. It's quite a low cloud base today.
Tower 118, decimal 105 on it.
Tower 118, 105, Air Portugal 829 Luton. Obrigado, boa noite.
Boeing 364 Lima, fly direct steady.
A little bit off the centre line there, perhaps.
3500.
Still get the shadows in the sun even though it's overcast. Reasonable touchdown, but yeah, not as central as we would like. And as you can see, we've got live traffic coming in. Quite a slope on this runway. Yeah, we should have been across a bit more. Nice touchdown there. Yeah, and we got some more artifacts on the horizon there because of the low cloud base. Not sure what's happened. Oh dear. The inbound flight from Amsterdam seems to have just crashed into Lisbon.
Contact to Lisbon Tower 118, decimal 105 on it.
Okay, I'll just get a wing view. Coming out the clouds. There we go, this is gonna be nice. This looks good. See, there's some good things about this, and not so good things, but we'll stick with it for now, I think. So once again, thank you very much for coming on this flight. Realise you had a choice of flights. Thank you very much for choosing this one. Wish you a pleasant browsing journey, and of course, I hope to welcome you on board another flight in this virtual world of aviation in the very near future. So farewell for now.